Welcome to the Smyers and Chambers podcast. Celtics win game one, 103-86, off of a great performance by Derek White, who dropped 30 points in game one of the playoffs. He didn't waste any time showing his Derek White magic. Peyton Pritchard silencing all doubters about him scoring against top defenses. He had 19, and a really impressive 19. I believe he had 9 points in the first quarter, and the Celtics were kind of like in a dogfight with the Thunder. Jason Tatum missed 2 free throws. Porzingis missed a free throw. Tatum missed a layup, point blank. Porzingis was pretty bad in this game also, and as well as Tatum. We'll get to his injury later. But Peyton Pritchard, electric. Maybe get on my chair and start screaming out of hypeness. This was, what was the Easter? Yeah, Easter. I didn't.
Yeah, it
I
was
didn't.
on Easter.
That's all you know. I didn't know it was on Easter. I wasn't. I was the one kid on campus, not with my family that day, watching the Celtics in my dorm room.
I mean, I was with my family watching the Celtics, so I think everyone on Easter Sunday was tuning in, watching the big first game for the Celtics.
Not my family.
Wow.
They're at my grandma's house, and I didn't know we were going there, so I was like, I'll just stay here because we don't do anything for Easter anyway. But yeah, Celtics won. Felt very stressful. The Magic take the lead in the second quarter. Paolo Banchero dominating. He's better than I thought he was. And Franz had a good game also. I believe Paolo had 30-something and Paolo had 20-something. Paolo had 36 and 11. And Franz had 23. This is what, whenever there's a highlight showing up on TNT postgame, this is what Shaq says about Franz. I am Wagner, because he's German.
Nah, I think Frozzy, his name is
Franz.
Yeah, I think he's definitely a really strong player.
Very long player.
Yeah, for what I've
6'10".
Seen, he's been pretty consistent with scoring points. And
especially over better defenders. Like he was scoring over Derek White. Not easy to score on Derek White. Not easy to score on Al Horford. Not easy to score on Porzingis, especially when Porzingis is 7'3".
Yeah, I think definitely without him, the Orlando Magic would struggle as a team.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean those two guys are their offense. They're missing Jalen Suggs, who's not a great offensive player, but still he's a starting point guard in the NBA. They kind of need that. They're starting Corey Joseph, who had 5 fouls and 0 points. I can go out there and give you 5 fouls and 0 points in an NBA game. That's not hard. I could probably get you 6 fouls and sit on the bench after that because I fouled out.
I mean, if you're scoring no points and getting 5 fouls, I'm not really sure what you're doing in that game.
Yeah, Corey Joseph's been in the league for a long time, and I don't even know how he's ended up on this roster and starting. Like he's been overseas for a while now.
I mean, at that point, you're pretty much just scoring negative points if you're fouling.
He's rough. It was a rough outing, but yeah. KCP's got to be the most hated man in Boston now. After that, I believe it was midway through the fourth quarter. Jason Tatum drove past the defender, went strong to the basket for a dunk, and KCP jumps and grabs Tatum's arm and yanks it down. Tatum falls past the basket and tries to stop himself with his hands' natural reaction for hitting the ground. His wrist folds, and it's a bone bruise on his wrist. And I've had those. You need a rest for that to get better, and it could take a very long time. Sometimes it could need like surgery and stuff to if you don't want it rest long enough.
I want to say it was an accident, but when rewatching the clip over and over again, it clearly saw like they were intentionally trying to injure Jason Tatum.
Yeah, well, Al Horford didn't think it was an accident. He got in KCP's face, kind of, and KCP won't be welcomed back for Game 2, probably. Al Horford was also vocal during the post-game press conference saying that they asked him, do you think that was intentional? And he said, oh, yeah, he did the same thing 3 times in a row. Specifically Jason Tatum.
And I mean, this is game 1. Like we said, that the Magic is very physical, and I think we're gonna see moves like this a lot in the series.
Yeah. Thing about Tatum though is that he had a wrist injury before in his non-shooting hand, his left hand, and he had a minor. It was a little more serious than a bone bruise, a minor fracture in his left wrist, and this was 2022. He got it during March, and they made it all the way to the finals this year in June, and he fizzled out. He shot terrible in the finals. He's the reason we lost pretty much to the Warriors, and it was you don't want, and now it's on his shooting hand. That's even worse.
Yeah, I think the injury is definitely very problematic. I'm surprised they only called it a fragrant one.
No, well they wouldn't kick him out of the game when the game was already over at that point. He missed both free throws too, but then after he actually hit a three in a mid-range shot, which was like a good sign.
Yeah,
But
when I watched that he missed the 3 throws, I started getting kind of concerned there.
yeah, but yeah, overall, relieving win, and you can feel the presence of the Orlando Magic defense because we couldn't score at all at the end of the game, but the Magic's offense was so bad that like it just felt like they just ran out of time. It's like there's 3:20 left. We're up like 14. It's like yeah, there's not enough time for them to score. They're not going to score 14 points in 3 minutes.
I mean, yeah, the entire fourth quarter, we pretty much just maintained the same lead we were maintaining before. It only started getting dicey around halftime.
Yeah, Paulo Banchero single-handedly gave them the lead, 2-point lead, I believe, at halftime.
Yeah, but Orlando never really got a huge lead that entire game.
Yeah, yeah. This Drew Holiday definitely turned things around in the third quarter. He made every play. I remember this morning I watched a highlight reel of Holiday just in the third quarter of Game 1, and it was like 6 minutes of like singular plays. It was insane on defense and offense. Like he was getting loose balls, he was stealing passes, he was hitting. I believe he had 3 threes in the third quarter, and that was the only points he had. He had 0 at halftime, and
I mean, yeah, Drew Holiday is definitely one of the best defensive players in the NBA.
yeah, especially but Paolo like running through Drew Holiday is like impressive. Drew's a strong guy. Paolo's built like a tree trunk. Like that guy's massive. And yeah. Before we go back to the Celtics game, let's look around the league. Day 2 of the NBA playoffs, one of the best times of the year. Cavaliers. Hold on, my bad, I'm on the right one. The 20th of April. Yep. OKC beat the Grizzlies by 51 points. The Cavs blew out the Heat by 21. And the Warriors steal game 1 in Houston. So, not as fun as yesterday's set of games, but you get a Celtics win. That's all that matters.
Yeah,
And the Warriors are really fun to watch.
I mean, it's only the first set of games. Like nothing can really be said until we see more games around the different.
Yeah, just game 1.
Rounds.
Just game 1 in every series so far.
Yeah.
People say that a series doesn't start until a road team wins at their opposing team stadium.
Yeah. I mean, you can win game 1 and then go on and lose the next 4 games. Like I think it's more just setting kind of a pace, but doesn't necessarily mean anything yet.
Yeah, I mean but with the Celtics having that much of a better roster than Orlando, winning game 1 does mean it makes the margin of error way less because now you have to beat Boston 4 out of 6.
I mean,
4 out of 6 or 4 out of 6. Yeah,
it definitely helps us with winning the series. I do agree with you on that.
Yeah, and I feel like Orlando won't beat us 4 out of 7. They definitely won't beat us 4 out of 6 times. Like that's not gonna happen. But
the only thing I'm concerned about now, especially in the Magic
Tatum injury.
Yeah. Do you think he'll be in next game?
He's never missed a game in his career, so hopefully not. I mean, the average. There was a stat posted I saw on Twitter that this certain injury after the X-ray, which was weird. He said the post game interviews felt weird because whenever anybody asked Joe Mazzulla, hey, is your guy good? He's like, yeah, he's good. Or instead he was like, I don't know. That's what he was like. He said, I don't know, which is not a good sign. Also, Jason Tatum kept looking at it during his post-game interview, which is normal for wrist injury. You want to keep like flexing it, moving it around.
I mean, yeah, you could see him shaking his wrist as he got off the court when the injury happened. I think, I don't know, the X-rays for the comeback?
They came back clean, but the next day he found they did an MRI or whatever I think it was, and they found a bone bruise in there.
Okay.
So, but the average time that I was talking about, this is the Twitter post I was getting to. The average time the player misses for the wrist injury is 2.6 days. So, it's gonna be over 2.6 days from game 1 to game 2, because that game started, I believe, at 3:30. This game's gonna be 2 days later, but also at like 7. So it should be actually that's probably less than 2.6 days, but it's close enough. Jason Tatum's the most durable player in the league. He's an Iron Man. So we'll see what happens. But, Jaylen Brown looked a lot healthier in this game 1 also. We haven't gotten to that yet. He was looking like he was on phone battery of health, like 5%. Like he needs a charger. He's playing at 5% health. But this game, he looked like 90 to 80%. Like he was moving better, no limp. Had a dunk. His defense was very good. I wasn't scared when he had the ball anymore. I wasn't like, please, like cringing from how his knee looks. It looked, which is a great sign. You need him at a good health to win the NBA Finals.
Like, yeah, you kind of want all your star players at good health.
Yeah, well, last year we didn't have Porzingis for the second, third, and 2 games in the finals. So, second round, third round, and 2 games in the finals. You got away with it. You won the championship. This year, it feels like you need everybody. It's a little harder this year. It's a little harder this year than last year. Like, especially with OKC and Cleveland hanging around, even though we'll definitely beat the Cavs. There's no way we lose to the Cavs, but OKC's a team that we can lose to.
There's definitely better competition this time around.
Yeah.
And I'm not really sure if the Celtics definitely grown a little bit more, but I don't think it's necessarily the same dominant lead as last season.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure they're up like 16 games on the entire Eastern Conference. Like they had a 16-game lead at the end of the season, and then they had an 8-game lead on OKC. Like it was over by March. Like the season was over by March.
I mean, yeah, the Celtics is just
a crazy time.
An insane team. But I still think there's other teams in the NBA, especially in the Western Conference, that can challenge us.
Yeah. Well, we'll probably make it to the finals. It sounds like let's F around and go to the finals. Hopefully. I'm not emotionally ready to lose in the finals though. That losing the finals in 2022 is definitely tough, but like they lost in the Eastern Conference Finals every single time I've watched as a Celtics fan. So I'm like, okay, the conference finals is our finals. And like we lose to LeBron, and then we start losing to Jimmy Butler, and we finally made over the hump in a Game 7 that went to the last possible second.
Well, I'm hoping that we're not even gonna need to face LeBron in the finals. I mean, if you're
I want to face LeBron. We'll beat the Lakers.
LeBron?
We already beat Luka. LeBron's old and trash. LeBron's garbage. LeBron's gonna. You can't flop your way to a championship anymore, LeBron. That's not how the NBA is built anymore. You suck. Get your shit together and get your son back in the G League. Why is he sitting on the bench with you guys?
So you're praying for his retirement?
Yeah. Oh wait. Hold on. When's game 1 of the Lakers series? I forget. Did it already happen? Oh, it didn't. It happens tomorrow. Oh wait, no. It's on. Well, we didn't talk about the Lakers losing to the Timberwolves yesterday.
Oh, that's actually, I'm surprised by that. I mean, like you said, Anthony Edwards would put up a good defense against the Lakers, but this is a huge lead. I mean, what, 22 points?
Yeah, 22-point win. It was a bloodbath.
Wow.
Anthony Edwards also talking mad crap to Luka during this game. Also, I think I saw a highlight on it on YouTube where like he had a 3 and he did like a Spider-Man looking 3 thing to his face, like this. And yeah, but the Timberwolves, a lot of people had them losing to the Suns last year in the first round, and they swept Kevin Durant and the Suns, which is Kevin Durant's an NBA legend. He's arguably a top 10 player of all time. And this year, who knows? Maybe he can take out LeBron and get his revenge on Luka, because Luka took him out last year in the Western Conference Finals. I thought for sure we were going to see the Timberwolves last year, but, ended up looking out playing Luka and Kyrie and, just taking a giant dump on their head and winning the championship in front of Kyrie's face.
Do we know how many points Anthony Edwards scored game 1 Lakers?
Yeah, I can pull it up right now. We had a good game. Wi-Fi is not too great at Keene State, but I've got it right here. 22, 8, and 9. 8 for 22 shooting.
Okay.
But 22, 8, and 9 is a good overall stat.
Nothing.
Jaden McDaniels with 25 and 9. So the role players stepping up. Naz Reid, I believe, had a good game. Yeah, I remember him hitting every single shot. He had 6 threes off of 9 attempts, 23 points for Naz Reid. Great game for him. Yeah, it's been a good 2 days of playoff basketball. They've been letting a lot of things go physically. Like there's been not a lot of calls. Like they've been letting guys play rough out there in every game so far. There's been a lot of fights too.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about that for the Magic Celtics. I mean, we already know that Magic is a very rough team. I mean, what can we get scenarios where they just beat us up and the refs don't do anything about it?
Yeah, that's what happened in game 1. It'll probably continue to happen. That's what the Magic do though. That's what a lot of teams do in the NBA. If they're playing a team like the Celtics that they have no chance against, they obviously believe they have a chance though. They'll foul every single time. They can't call every single foul because then that'll be just a bad TV product. You can't have a team all foul out and then forfeit the game.
I mean, yeah, I agree, but I think that if the officiating was a little bit more hands-on, I guess that teams would probably try to avoid getting fouls as much. I know I especially don't enjoy watching a three throw after three throw, but I think it may be necessary to kind of try to get these games more fair for both teams.
Yeah, but how to actually fix it other than just fouling out the players is giving out flagrant 2s, flagrant 1s, giving out more flagrants. So then it's like, oh shit, I can't do that again, or else I'm gonna get like thrown out of the game, maybe suspended.
I think my biggest problem with the officiating is just it's very inconsistent. I've seen.
Welcome to basketball.
I mean, yeah, but I've seen like no other sport is like this except the NBA. I mean, you see calls for basically nothing, and then you see nothing, no calls for being shoved to the ground. It's a bit odd.
Yeah, but I don't know. Celtics are a tough team. They'll get through it. It's like these other games are being affected by it. Like that Clippers game was insane. Like I felt like the Nuggets weren't really playing too fair at the end of that, and the Clippers choked. The Clippers should have won that game. If I'm a Clippers fan, I'm sick right now. And the Bucks look terrible too. Off topic, but the Bucks look awful. Oh my god. And Halliburton was getting into it with Dame Lillard. Dame didn't play obviously. He had blood clots. He got off the bench, and Halliburton was talking trash to the bench. And Dame pointed at him like, "You lucky I'm not in. You're lucky I'm not playing." That's a rivalry. Bucks Pacers is a real rivalry, dating back to just last year when the Pacers became good. I don't know. The NBA is missing some rivalries.
Yeah, I guess.
All the players are too rich. They're just like rich people that are like they just like hanging out with one another. But yeah. Magic Celtics game 2 is on, I think, in the 22nd, maybe. Or maybe it's no, I think it's Wednesday, right?
Yeah, let me just look. Yeah, it's Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday. Game 2.
What are your predictions for this one?
I mean, I hope that the Celtics protect home court and win game 2. I think the Tatum thing's interesting. I don't know what it's gonna like. Are we gonna come out and just like take out KCP and just try to injure him back? I don't think that's a very Celtics thing to do, but I don't know. I feel like that was the most dirtiest thing I've seen happen to this group. And I'm wondering how they'll respond.
I mean, yeah, I definitely think that the Celtics probably be more aggressive this game, but I don't see them retaliating in that kind of way.
Do you think the refs will make more calls to like try to
I don't know.
not let the aggressiveness happen? Because that's a way to end fights is call every single foul they see.
I don't know. I mean, like I said, it's a toss up, really.
Depends on the officiating crew we get, I think.
Yeah.
All right. Any closing thoughts? We got 20 seconds left.
No, not really. I mean, I'm hopeful for game 2. I'm just a little scared that Jason Tatum's gonna be out for an extended period of time.
I don't think he'll be out for an extended period of time. The injury obviously varies, but the time limit's 2.6 days for the average NBA player for this certain injury.
Yeah, so I guess we'll see.
But yeah, that's all we got for the show. See ya.